Welcome everybody, it's your number 33 or 33rd health hack, and we're talking about the top 3 ways or top 3 things to do when you're sore. Okay, so basically what soreness is it's just when you get a lot of vasodilation and things going on within the nervous system, and what happens is your body goes through a period or something that we call in the chiropractic world retracing. And when I talk about soreness, I'm not talking about like from a sports injury or anything like that, because we're not really that concerned about those things. When we talk about soreness, we're talking about, well, what happens when you're getting your nervous system corrected? So when you're being checked for subluxation and you're getting those subluxations removed within your nervous system, why would soreness occur? And what are the top 3 things that you can do to kind of reduce it? Well, the most important thing is continue to get adjusted. Because the thing about adjustments is, most of the time, nobody's ever been taught to take care of their nervous system, but they've been taught to take care of their teeth. And I was telling somebody today, and I was kind of saying, I was like, okay, you got like 1 million teeth. How many spines you got? And she was like, 1, of course, doc. I said, I know. So you kind of think out of sight, out of mind with your spine, but you can see your teeth, so you're more worried about those. But you only got 1 spine. So you should probably be more concerned about that, even if it's out of sight, out of mind. Does that make sense? And so that's why we constantly want to be just looking at our nervous system, really going within with our nervous system. And when we get sore, let's make sure we're getting adjusted. That's the first kind of soreness prevention tip or kind of way of dealing with the soreness. The other thing is icing. So soreness just means the body's changing. It's actually a good thing because it means your results are improving. If you go through retracing, which would be more of a certain symptom that you're experiencing, maybe migraines or headaches, or maybe just more of what you came in with originally, that's totally normal because the body's purging different chemical, physical, emotional toxins. The body's learning how to readapt to what normal used to be. But for most of you, when you come into the office for the first time, your body's forgotten what normal feels like, okay? So when you get adjusted and you get sore, and if you're doing traction protocols, because we're curve correction specialists in my office, that traction may add to that soreness. Now, if it's above an 8, there's things we want to look at. 1, we want to look at how you're being adjusted, but we do want to definitely keep adjusting you, because that's going to bring down that inflammation and soreness, because we're getting to the root cause of the problem. So if you had abscessed teeth, and you had a bunch of plaquing and things going wrong with your teeth, and you had infections and things of that nature, obviously there would be soreness in that area. Not only when you're dealing with the problem itself, but then when the teeth get pulled and you get crowns or caps. There's different things anytime you manipulate any type of tissue, and I'm not saying we do manipulations here, we do specific scientific corrective adjustments, but anytime there's anything that goes into the system or kind of at some level penetrates the system, then the body, when it's retracing and going through that adaptive change, is going to go through some type of soreness. Okay? So definitely continuing to get checked and get adjusted, and then icing the area that is inflamed. So most of the time the icing protocols I put people on are 5 minutes on, 1 minute off for 30 minutes, wait 10 minutes and do that again. There's all sorts of different protocols that people have for ice. Some people believe in heat when there's inflammation. I'm a big ice fan, especially when we're talking about cervical soreness or soreness within the nervous system, okay? Low back, mid back, neck, anything like that, okay? Ice, and even for musculoskeletal injuries that are non-nervous system related, I'm a big fan of ice. What's the other thing we can do? Well, if the soreness is above a level 5, okay, 10 being the worst pain of your life, this is a scale of 0 to 10, obviously, then above 5, I'm going to suggest some type of natural subluxation support. So Standard Process makes a great one called Boswellia that I use. Sometimes we use something called blackcurrant seed oil. Sometimes we use something called Neuroplex. But I'm going to let the innate system, the intelligence in the body, do what it can do first. Because what I find is if we just continue to do icing and adjusting, and we allow innate to do what innate does, and the individual or the practice member just drinks water and gets some rest, we find that soreness goes down. But see, a lot of people think that soreness means pain. Soreness doesn't mean pain necessarily, it means change. And that's the big thing you have to understand. When you're talking to your friends about the soreness you might be experiencing within your nervous system, they're like, man, you started going to those health from within people and all you do is you've complained the last week about that you're sore. Well, yeah, that's actually great, buddy, if it's your buddy that says that, because I'm changing. I'm doing great. I'm right where I need to be with health and healing because I'm retracing. It's like I'm peeling an onion. The onion's unfolding, and that's when your transformation is going to start to unfold. And at the end of that soreness is a real transformation where you start to become the individual that you've always wanted to be, chemically, physically, and emotionally. So that's all I got for you today. Continue to get adjusted when you're sore. Make sure you're icing. And then if it gets over that 5 to 10, or over that 5 out of 10 level, then let's look at some organic and whole foods based subluxation support by Standard Process, okay? We've got a really awesome event coming up in 2 days, okay? Wednesday, June 13th, that's this Wednesday. At 7 o'clock p.m., we're going to be talking about the top 3 ways to get healthy skin through your nervous system. So if you shared this video with a friend, or you emailed this to somebody, or you texted them this link, or you tagged them on Facebook, anybody can come. You're welcome. It's totally free. Food will be here around 6:30, 6:40. It's going to be catered by O-Juice. And the food's going to be phenomenal, but the message is going to be even more amazing, okay? So God bless you. Have a fantastic day, and take care. I'll see you Wednesday night.